For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on a brand new product for the 2017 season and something that is, to be honestly, very exciting. It is a Kampa Rally Air Pro 390 Plus. So the joys of this, it sits in their sort of pro range of caravan awnings. They've taken one of their best-selling inflatable caravan awnings from Kampa and they made it almost like a plus version. So it's almost like its conservatory annex area physically built onto it. So it all pitches as one. So as a pitching video of this particular model, which you can check out on our website and our YouTube page, myself putting up, it took no longer than 10 minutes. So it's really quick and easy to do. Alternatively, there's a second video as well, which uses the electric breeze pump. So you can sit back and relax in watching the awning go up. And it, like I said, it is a little bit longer using the breeze, but certainly a consideration if you don't want to do all the manual labour with this new single action hand pump that's supplied with it. A bit about the model really, it uses Kampa's very well known 300 denier weather shield, so it's a pro fabric, something that's been around for a while and you can certainly feel the quality of that. It's certainly one we'll be stocking for the 2017 season and most likely have up in our indoor display room. The joys of it, like I said, it takes one of their boss models, the Rally Pro Air 390, adds this annex part onto it, built on. The joys of this, in a way that the annex is there, is the awning length of what it feeds into is still only 390. So if you're already struggling with space, you can still have this extra part on, and it creates more like a full awning. So certainly the first thing on the market is it's pretty much revolutionary that you can create a full awning which is inflatable. So you can have the space, but with the quick and ease of going up, it really is quite revolutionary. So the 390, yeah, again, like I said, it's got a single point inflation which does the whole thing, so including this section path over here. And then you've got taps on the front which you can use to deflate it, so you also got two on that side as well to deflate that in time. Like I said, it's something we do go over in our pitching videos. The joys of the 390, obviously it's 390 the main bit and you've got the whole section part there. So in all you're looking around about sort of 6 meters there or thereabouts in the whole span. And what you can do as well is the curvature of that sort of front conservatory part just goes really nicely with the caravan. You can sort of see it swoops down, and there's no reason why, if you're a bit struggling for awning length size, you can push that forward and just let it exterior where sort of the hitch is. Beautiful model, two big lovely PVC windows in the front, so you can get your crystal clear vision in and out. Obviously you've got lovely skylights as well, a great little feature, but we'll talk a bit more about the features of this particular model when we take a look inside. So let's go. So now we're inside the Rally Air Plus. First thing you can see is the nice two big panels we've got here, allowing plenty of light in, and you've still got curtains as well to have your privacy when you want to. The curtains slide onto a track, very simple and easy to use, and you've even got a little retainer just here, just to keep it so it gives it almost like a very caravan-y effect inside the awning, and very homely if you ask me. The retainer they changed the 2017 season, so it's a button clip rather than sort of like plastic little thing that was a bit fiddly. So that's a much more simple thing to me. Put the caravan across, and you've just got a little strap just there to keep the curtain nice and tight to the panel. Just makes it a more thorough job, and put it across, stops it flapping around and not really doing much. So you can quite happily put that across, find your retainer and clip her in. So the 2017 season, the standard Rally, not the Plus version, i.e. with the conservatory built onto the side, changes also into a 2-panel system. So previously, in years gone by, it's been a 3 panels. 2 panels, I think, make it look a lot neater, tidier, and like I said, you can benefit from not having that extra beam, so you've got beautiful sights out onto where you're camping. The joys of it as well, it's very easy and quick to put up. Like I said, on the outside, pitching video is worth a watch just to show you how clear and simple it is. But the panel itself can be sort of zipped to the side, opened up to have one big nice open area. I would probably recommend for the new 2017 season, in all of their Rally models and their Ace models in the Pro inflatable range, they've introduced a second zip just behind the main zip of the panel. Purpose being, you can actually zip a mesh part into that, so you almost got a mesh part, then the actual main window part there. Joys of, you can unzip that down, bring it about halfway, almost like a veranda, zip your mesh panel in, so it allows you to get good circulation of air without having sort of to, combat all of the bugs and whatnot clinging and staying in the awning. So that for me is a really great little feature. Unfortunately, it's only available for people who buy the 2017 and onwards models, so it's not actually available for your previous rally model that you have. So another good reason to upgrade. Joys of the actual thing as well, they've made a little tweak into put a Velcro part just here to make that panel sit just a little bit neater. The whole inflatable system works, like I said, from the outside on a 1-point inflation. So you've got an inflation point just the other side, about here, and then you've got, so the air comes in and then gets distributed through the little valves here. So the pipework puts them into each beam, so you've got different ones all over the place that distribute the air to make it go in one position. It's something Kampa have done for numerous years, and it's something they've tweaked a little bit here and there, and it works brilliantly well because it's very quick and easy to put up. On the actual tap parts, you've got, like I said, this bit here which you can actually isolate, so turn to seal the parts off. So the whole principle of it is when you pump it up, you once it's to full pressure, come inside, isolate each one, and that means each individual beam is obviously separated. So God forbid if you do have a puncture, it just means that one section goes down rather than the whole awning. The principle of the tubes is very well thought out, so it's the same sort of thing like a bike tyre. So what you can do is you can unzip that to what is the bladder, put a patch repair kit on it or replace the bladder, zip it back into the sleeve, and you're good to go. So it's a system that's designed to last quite a long time. And it's something that's been around for, like I said, quite a few years, so it's not something that's new and a bit on the iffy side. Joys of the system as well, like I said, it means it's quick and easy to go up, but it's very rigid because you've got that brace of parts and it all pitches of one, so you don't need any extra parts here. I would still recommend, even though you've got these cross members, to buy the storm straps, because that just gives it an extra bit of stability from the outside. Other extras that I would say probably more necessity are things like rear back poles. So rear back poles are a solid pole that pushes this foam pad here against the caravan to stop the draft coming down the outside. That for me is sort of bread and butter items I would definitely consider. Another new thing that Kampa have launched for the 2017 season is this little device here. So it is called a limpet. So a limpet is basically a sucker with a rotational sort of screw thread that's designed to stick onto the caravan. So on this particular model and more all of their new models, you've got small little holes positioned just in this little palmet part. Principle being of it is you can undo the thread, pop it through the hole, feed that back on, and then what you do is basically push it against your caravan, screw it on, and in the sucker, you don't want it too tight, but then really nice and strong. So when you see 1, 2, 3, 4 on there, like I said, a great little option extra to look at. Ideally it needs to be basically on a flat surface, so if you've got any stickers or anything like that and it's over the edge, it doesn't really work. So completely flat surface works in absolute treats. And if you wanted to, for your previous awnings, buy the limpets, you can buy a hole puncher to create your own sort of version as well. The joys obviously about the Plus model is you've got this almost separate conservatory area. So it's a beautiful, very nice light area. You can sit out and enjoy reading a good book. Also you've got the versatility of a door on the side so you can enter and obviously exit at your own please. You've got lovely windows yet again with curtains as well, so any window, big panel you can see around sort of the flooring area. You've got a nice curtain that will obviously give you privacy when you want to. Same on the back here. So this panel actually is fixed, whereas this one you've got a door. Another little feature which is quite nice is if you necessarily, like this model has, the caravan that is, when you've got a nice bowed front, you've got a window there. You've got the ability of a zip panel which goes up and down here. So you can see in and out of the caravan, which is a really nice little touch. And I think in many ways it's going to change the way we look at awnings for caravans with this extra bit, because like I said, it takes no longer in the rail than a normal 390, but this extra part just gives you that extra bit of room that you certainly do need and gives it a sort of full awning feel. If you wanted to as well, there's a zip panel here, so you can completely unzip this panel next to the caravan to get onto any lockers or anything like that you have down the bottom there. And then you've got toggles in here, so you can put an inner bedroom in if you wanted to. So you can treat this as sort of like a conservatory and annex. It's got very lots of different purposes of use. One of the features and things that you can look at, there are numerous things you can buy from pretty much all of your camper awnings. So check out our awning accessory video that goes through all of them to see if there's anything you might be missing. But the one thing I would mention for me is my favourite thing is the Sabre light system. So Sabre light system, it's almost like a strobed light, which is LED, so it's nice and low powered. You can link sort of 2, 3 up together by having a starter kit and then a couple of add-ons. And it just offers a real good amount of light. So you've got these little Velcro tabs just here to put those into. And again, yet again in the roof. So the joys of that is, like I said, in the night time, you don't have to rely on just the caravan light, which sometimes can't really be the best. With all these models, you tend to get a draft skirt, which is supplied with it. But like I said, optional extras such as the rear back poles are things you need to look at, and so I would strongly advise buying. There is a range of carpets which are breathable, so they do a easy tread and then a continental cushion carpet which fits the main body, and you can buy a separate one to go into your sort of conservatory area. There is a dividing door between the main awning and your sort of conservatory area, which you can obviously zip in and zip out at your own please. So by zipping that across, you can sort of zip it all the way along. And if you wanted to, again, you can sort of cut it sectioned off. You've got a separate door here with a mesh panel. So again, if you want to have a mesh panel in, leave that door completely open, you've got the ability to do that. But for me, I think this is a cracking model for the 2017 season, and it sort of changes the goalposts on what you expect with sort of a porch awning. And like I said, it gives that more full awning feel without the hassle of feeding it all the way through your caravan and alter it every time you want to change a different vehicle. So it's a cracking little model, and certainly one I can recommend strongly for the 2017 season. If you do have any more questions on this particular model, do feel free to contact us here at Attwoolls. It should be one we're displaying in our showroom, so you can always come down, see it in the flesh, and it's definitely worthwhile. So in essence, that is the Kampa Rally 390 Plus.